Hey everybody, well, as we get ready for the 2019 NFL Draft, one of the biggest questions here across the NFL is what kind of quarterback is Kyler Murray going to be in the NFL? It's looking more and more likely that the Arizona Cardinals are going to select Murray, the star quarterback at Oklahoma, with the first overall pick. Of course, the Cardinals just picked Josh Rosen last year in the first round, which is kind of crazy. But it is looking more and more likely that he will wind up, Kyler Murray will, in Arizona with Cliff Kingsbury. So really, the answer to that question, what type of quarterback will he wind up being in the NFL, Kyler Murray, depends largely on the coaching he gets and in terms of the scheme fit that Cliff Kingsbury puts him in. He's a well-regarded offensive-minded coach, Cliff Kingsbury is. And it'll be fascinating to see what he does with Murray in terms of some of the things that maybe the Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes and catering their offense to his strengths in terms of the things he was able to do well in college. We talked a lot about and heard a lot about coming out of college, Patrick Mahomes being this raw prospect, and Murray maybe not so much along those lines, but he has obviously height issues, and how will he overcome those? Now, they're going to have to, the Cardinals will, presuming they draft him, and Kingsbury will have to work their offense around his limitations, his physical limitations, roll him out, move him around, and do some of the things that he's comfortable doing, some of the things that he showed he was comfortable doing in college. But you've seen more and more of these offensive coordinators get a little more creative in recent years, especially younger guys like Matt Nagy with the Bears, and Eric Bieniemy, who was with the Chiefs with Andy Reid last year. Along with Mahomes and now Kingsbury coming from the college ranks to the NFL, a young, sharp, bright, offensive-minded coach who's willing to think outside the box a little bit and maybe adopt some of the things that worked well for a quarterback, a non-traditional quarterback like Kyler Murray, and make those work for the NFL. So you're seeing more and more of these like non-traditional type quarterbacks actually maybe work in the NFL, and maybe Kyler Murray being that next guy. Of course, Russell Wilson's a guy who there were a lot of doubts and question marks coming out about him coming out of NC State regarding his height, and he's worked out just fine. So I think a lot of it depends on how creative the offensive coaching staff gets, and this is a good position for Kyler Murray to be in because he's a quarterback who maybe needs a little bit of creativity in terms of being able to thrive in the NFL, not just the traditional offense. And he has a non-traditional type coach in Cliff Kingsbury, a guy who's tried a lot of different things in terms of spread offenses into college ranks and has been able to do well with those. So we'll see how well Cliff Kingsbury translates to the NFL, but he certainly has experience getting the most out of quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech. So that'll be something to watch for sure going forward.